If only to understand the prescience of C.S. Lewis as a thinker, you should read That Hideous Strength. He predicted the exact rhythm of the transhumanist immortality project, down to the chopping off of the head and freezing it. He also anticipated how a lot of these transhumanists do say out loud that they believe that the technology they are creating has an emergent will that is its own, and they're helping it. They're the midwives of the technology. And they're talking about artificial general intelligence, right? This is the thinking machine that's going to basically, that's the singularity, right? That's the ultimate aim of human evolution, so that we can then become, or one person can then become that. He talks about that, or rather the stories about that. And if only for its prescience, if only for its incredible insight into the way that the scientific mindset becomes the demonic mindset very quickly, without even thinking about it, I would recommend that you read it.
Welcome back to Starkey Farmstead. I'm so excited, you guys. I haven't said anything about it, but 3 days ago, I had a representative and an investigator for Louder with Crowder reach out to me about my statement about the email from the lady that was an American citizen living in Venezuela. I'm not going to discuss what they're working on, but I can tell you guys this. That is how God is promoting our small channel that's growing every single day. It's just the connections that God is making for us, the way that he's bringing us into the room with the big people. It was an honor and a privilege to speak to this gentleman, and I'm praying that I will be able to get him the things that he needs, and that one day I will get to speak to Louder with Crowder. I mean, I'm just saying. What an honor that would be. Now, I have been texting with Dave Hodges from the Common Sense Show. He's doing okay, you guys. He really needs your support on Rumble. That is more of a conservative platform. Really, it's not conservative. It's just more of a free platform than the others. So go check him out, because I'm fixing to clip in a video I just watched of Dave's that I want to talk to you guys about. Let's talk about trans-humanism and Nephilim, or Nephilim, however you want to say it. Now, in my opinion, what they saw in Miami, Florida, was a fallen angel. I believe that fallen angels have always brought technology into the world that was demonic and really wasn't for us in that time. That is why the Holy Spirit is so important in your safety in this world, in this life. I'm sorry I'm walking away from the light. I need to let the puppy out to run, and I have to walk where there's no light, so I apologize. But I just want you guys to understand that a few years back, Elon Musk was working on this really cool technology that it would look like a little, like had all these sensors, and it would attach to your brain, and it would basically allow you to interface as a computer, your brain to be as a computer. They started trials on that, and I haven't really heard much else about it. I believe that the push for transgenderism was the first push for humans to get used to totally morphing the body physiologically in a way that it was not meant to be changed. I believe that's part of the reason they pushed that into the world like they did. It is the precursor to transhumanism. I can see all of that. I can feel it. I understand it. Don't worry about it too much. A lot of people often ask me questions like, what about this? This is what I tell them. If it's not directly in the Bible, I don't waste my time with it. The Bible is a guidebook. It will tell you how to make it through every situation in your life. God doesn't talk about hauntings and ghosts. He talks about possession and demonic demons. See what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, I don't believe in ghosts. Because God never bothered to put it in the Holy Bible. So I don't need it. God didn't put in the Bible artificial intelligence and angels overtaking us. What he put in the Bible was a Nephilim and the mark of the beast. Because I believe if you take the mark of the beast, you guys, it's going to change your DNA. It's literally going to wipe you off of God's radar. It's going to mark you with Satan's DNA. And that is why you can't come back from it once you take it. It is basically cursing the Holy Spirit, saying, I want nothing to do with you, God. And you're going to know. It's not something they're going to be able to sneak in on you, okay? Because that's not fair. God don't roll like that. He gives you total free choice every step of the way. Okay? That's why I do believe that Christians can fall off the wagon with drugs. Christians can get caught up in pornography. Christians can cheat on their spouses because we're given free choice every step of the way. God is not going to save you or force you to do something you don't want to do, or force you not to do something that you do want to do. That would make you a slave, not a free child of God. So for all of you hungry for Dave Hodges, then you don't do Rumble. Here's a great clip from him. He looks pretty good. I was glad to hear him. I missed his common sense. Oh, wow. He's a common sense show. I really didn't do it on purpose. But God bless all of you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share our videos, you guys. We are growing. And God always says, don't despise the small things. You have to start somewhere. So I'm so thankful for you amazing people, for the ones of you who have already helped us be able to give away 25 food boxes this year. God bless you. May He multiply and prosper you. If you would like to help, please go to givesendgo.com. You have to type it in, givesendgo.com, in your Google browser or whatever browser you're using, DuckDuckGo, whatever. And it is kind of like GoFundMe, right? But it's a Christian organization. And you can donate to our Food for Thought campaign. You can read it. Just type in Food for Thought, and it's going to pull me up. So God bless you guys. Thank you all so much for rowing in my boat and letting me row in yours. Here's Dave Hodges, everybody's favorite.
Jones. I'm colleagues with a lot of people in the business, and Alex and I just have never really crossed paths. I've worked with some of Alex's employees and former employees, but he's been amazingly accurate. He predicted 9/11, which was a genius. Event 201, a lot of us looked at that and said, yeah, we're kind of suspicious here. But he did come out and say that absolutely positively. And now he has another prediction. He says that mind control and living in a post-human world. I'll leave the mind control out, but this is his latest prediction, and it coincides with my observation and subsequent prediction. He says that humanity is headed to be living in a post-human world. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Post-human world. He gets into the fact that we're not going to be human. Oh, there might be a few humans left over to serve as a servant class to those who've embraced what I call trans-humanism, and that's the melding of mind and machine together. Now, this goes back to what I've talked about. I actually had Vance Davis on, former NSA, NATO, and in his training, Vance was taught that the good guys and bad guys, very secular explanation of Genesis 6, fought out of the cosmos. Bad guys last, cast down to earth. They intermarried with earth women, create a hybrid segment, subpopulation of the human race. And then the flood wiped out everything, but the DNA survived. I've been through all that Genesis 6. And the conclusions are pretty solid. A lot of pastors have told me this is a current topic, big time topic of eschatology. Now, Alex is saying that we're going non-human. Well, he's right. The original fallen angels wanted to, according to Vance Davis in his training, to capture the human soul to obviously get back at the creator. We're his prized possession, and the soul is our prized possession of human beings. It transcends flesh, obviously. They couldn't figure out how to crack the soul. couldn't break into it. So they decided to morph human beings in response. And this is what we're seeing now. AI melding with man to produce long-term longevity effects as a seduction agent. And this is what I've been talking about. If they can't transform the humans through taking the soul, transhumanism, and this is what Vance was talking about in 1988, well before transhumanism was a term, Alex and I have met at the juncture, and this is what they're up to. They are absolutely fundamentally transforming the human race. I want to go back to one quote before we leave here. Barack Obama, after he was elected, says, "We're going to fundamentally transform America." I wonder if he really wanted to say, "We're going to fundamentally transform humanity."